This is what truly enjoying life looks like. To escape the constant noise and pressure of the city, a man poured all his savings into a remote piece of land in Canada and spent nearly 2 full years building a home that countless people would envy. The result is a beautiful 2-story villa hidden deep in nature, powered by solar energy and supported by raising poultry, creating a lifestyle that is both independent and deeply satisfying. This is the story of 30-year-old Monk and his wife. Before settling down, the couple lived a carefree life traveling in a camper van. They explored foreign countries, experienced different cultures, and witnessed breathtaking landscapes. But as the old saying goes, no matter how far you travel, fallen leaves eventually return to their roots. After years on the road, they decided to return to their homeland. In British Columbia, Canada, they purchased nearly 40,000 square meters of land, determined to build their dream home with their own hands. The first challenge was water. Living far from civilization meant there was no direct water supply. Fortunately, a neighbor living miles away agreed to let them use a storage tank for free. Although hauling water back and forth was exhausting, it solved their most urgent problem. Electricity was equally important. 3 large solar panels provided stable power for daily life, supported by batteries and a backup diesel generator, ensuring they never had to worry about running out of electricity, even during harsh winters. To make their lifestyle more sustainable, they bought several chicks, planned to raise their own poultry, and enjoy fresh eggs and meat. With basic survival needs secured, Monk began preparing building materials. Since all resources within the land legally belonged to him, he cut down suitable trees while his wife transported the logs with a pickup truck. As materials piled up, a wide open space gradually emerged, ready for construction. They carefully planned a foundation, choosing a modest size of just over 30 square meters, which was more than enough for their current needs. Monk marked each support point, dug deep foundation pits, and reinforced them with steel and concrete, ensuring the house would stand strong for generations. With beams secured using metal brackets and long bolts, their dream home officially began to take shape. With the main support beam secured, Monk decided to organize the drainage system first, considering the household's daily water output. Just then, his brother-in-law came to help. Despite his rugged appearance, he worked with great precision, instantly doubling their efficiency. The pipes had to be laid at a proper slope to ensure smooth flow later on. While his wife backfilled the soil, Monk kept cutting more lumber. With a sawmill on hand, the work was as easy as slicing tofu. Once the groundwork was done, they began laying the joists. Without modern lifting tools, every plank had to be carried by hand, a true test of strength. As the sun set, the joists were finally completed, setting the stage for OSB panels to seal the floor the next day, offering both fire resistance and sound insulation. Next, Monk framed the structure with wooden boards, quickly raising a solid wall in place. Even as light rain fell, the couple kept working, determined to move in as soon as possible, proof that his dedication was exactly why she chose him. Although the new house wasn't very large, building it without cranes or heavy machinery still took a full 2 days of hard work. Once the main structure was up, they used the same method to fix OSB panels in place, completing the exterior walls. During this process, they carefully reserved spaces for windows to ensure sunlight could freely flood the interior. As the house began to take shape, the couple started planning the interior layout. In their vision, the home would feature a well-ventilated bedroom, along with a bathroom and toilet designed for dry and wet separation. To further expand the living space, Monk decided to add a second floor, with the interior partitions providing solid support. Installing the roof joist became much easier. Next came sealing the roof, a task that required constant attention to footing. One wrong step could mean a serious fall. Afterward, a layer of adhesive was applied, followed by soundproof felt. This material not only reduced noise, but also absorbed vibration, making the structure more comfortable and stable. Monk then framed the second floor walls with timber. Each wall weighed over 100 pounds, so neighbors stepped in to help lift them into place. Thanks to experience gained on the first floor, the second level went up in just one day. The carefully calculated wall heights formed a natural slope roof, allowing rainwater to drain smoothly. Once the eaves were finished, it was time to seal the roof completely, along with soundproof felt. Waterproof asphalt strips were installed and bonded using a heat gun. Finally, metal roofing sheets were added on top, ensuring durability without the noise of heavy rain. To keep the home warm, multiple layers of insulation were installed, sealing out cold air and moisture so the house could stay dry, quiet, and cozy through winter storms. Autumn was slowly approaching, and the forest was painted in layers of brilliant color. Following the same steps used on the first floor, the couple began installing wall panels on the second level, with the rainy season just around the corner. They first wrapped the entire structure in polypropylene fabric before adding the exterior walls. This layer helped block moisture and prevent cold drafts from sneaking through the gaps. As the weather grew cooler, Monk ordered the windows, determined to bring warmth into their home. Thanks to precise measurements taken earlier, the installation went smoothly, and with proper sealing, the job was done in no time. Two huge floor-to-ceiling windows in the living room brought the entire outdoor view straight inside. As the house slowly began to look like the home they had always imagined, Monk didn't mind working late into the night. To make moving between floors easier, the couple built the staircase overnight, with solid hardwood steps. It was strong enough to hold even a full-grown cow. But by the next day, heavy snow covered the forest. Plans to finish the exterior walls had to wait, so they focused on interior work instead. His wife varnished the doors while Monk installed them into place. Surprisingly, right after mounting the front door, Monk cut a large hole in the wall, preparing for a fireplace. To stay warm through winter, the chimney had to rise above the roof, ensuring efficient and steady burning. When the weather finally cleared, the couple wasted no time covering the exterior walls with high-temperature, fire-resistant insulation. This material not only reduced the fire risk of the wooden house, but also thickened the walls, greatly improving indoor warmth. Considering how unpredictable the forest weather could be, Monk worked non-stop from morning until late afternoon, finishing just before nightfall. Now, even as snowstorms grew stronger outside, they could sit by the stove indoors and enjoy a rare moment of winter calm. As winter settled in, Monk's routine expanded beyond daily snow shoveling. Clearing snow off the solar panels became essential to keep the power running. Still, interior insulation remained the top priority. Before that, Monk carefully planned the entire electrical layout, proving he was more than just a carpenter. He quickly sorted out the wiring and connected both hot and cold water pipes for the kitchen and bathroom. After installing a water heater, toilet, and bathtub, they finally said goodbye to makeshift water buckets. With everything ready, thick insulation was packed into the walls, locking every bit of warmth safely inside. After everything was in place, they covered the walls with a layer of plastic sheeting. This not only improved insulation, but also prevented the glass fibers and the mineral wool from irritating the skin, something experienced builders know all too well. Next came sealing the walls with drywall. To avoid drilling straight through the panels, Monk carefully used a level to locate the studs, while also leaving precise openings for electrical outlets to prevent extra work later on. After weeks of practice, his wife had become fully capable on her own. From fine detailing to installing wall panels, she handled each task with confidence, working in perfect coordination. The couple quickly finished sealing the first floor. The second floor, planned as future bedrooms, was smaller and took only one morning to complete. In her spare time, besides caring for chicks, his wife began planning a vegetable garden to better adapt to forest life. Lacking experience, she started with hardy plants. To keep free-ranging chickens away, a simple fence made of wooden stakes and wire mesh was set up, rough but highly effective. With the interior walls covered, it was time to begin plastering. The seams were first sealed with tape, then painted in a classic white, which lifted the overall look and made the space feel brighter and more open. Plastering, however, is time-consuming and demands steady hands to avoid uneven layers. Lacking patience, Monk chose a smarter solution and paid in full for professional spraying equipment. No need to finance $200. With the sprayer, the job became effortless, eliminating thick and thin patches. What was planned as 2 days of work was finished in just one. While waiting for formaldehyde to fully air out, the couple took a rare break and went out to relax. Not far from home, a lake could be reached after a day and night of driving. For them, travel isn't about the destination, but the scenery and memories along the way. One reason Monk chose to leave the city behind, free from debt, pressure, and rigid plans, able to leave anytime they wish. Most of the time, the couple is busy working, having poured an enormous amount of effort into this place. To leave their RV life behind as soon as possible, Monk decided to finish the second floor living area first. Compared to the complicated wall work, installing the ceiling was much easier, especially with built-in vent panels that made the job straightforward. They only needed to reserve openings for the lights to ensure proper indoor lighting. Working from morning until dusk, they not only completed the final ceiling board, but also eased Monk's long-standing neck pain. With that done, they were ready to start laying the floor the next morning. Thanks to their experience, the process went smoothly, and the dark brown floorboards perfectly matched the ceiling. Although the interior is still almost empty, that doesn't dampen their excitement to move in early. With just a mattress on the floor, they can finally escape the cramped RV and enjoy their new space. After finishing the basic work on the second floor, they turn their attention to the first floor. To bring nature indoors, they deliberately keep the raw with color at the stair corner, a small detail that lifts the whole atmosphere. As the weather warms up, the vegetables they planted earlier begin to thrive, with some already flowering and fruiting, soon ready for the table. True to his frugal style, Monk processed most of the house materials himself and bought only semi-finished furniture to assemble, keeping costs remarkably low. Considering how remote their location is and how difficult it could be to buy groceries, they decided to bring in a small flock of sheep to help secure a steady and balanced food supply. At the same time, they adopted an adorable dog that herds the sheep during the day and keeps watch over the house at night. As a basic necessity for off-grid living, electricity plays a huge role in improving quality of life. Monk first installs an inverter indoors, then moves the RV's battery system into the house and connects it to the internal wiring. Paired with the previously installed solar panels, it's enough to keep appliances like the refrigerator running smoothly. With real-time monitoring on the inverter, power anxiety is no longer a concern. While his wife handles cleaning, Monk connects the kitchen gas lines, carefully installing the pressure gauge and testing every joint with foam to ensure absolute safety. After seeing how well it worked before, Monk brings the same natural wood style to the entryway walls. To save space, he adds shelves and hooks, perfect for hanging clothes, and even sturdy enough for his wife to use during pull-up workouts. Next, the couple seals the ceiling with wooden boards. Thanks to their growing teamwork and experience, the job goes quickly, and the space already looks polished, easily 5-star quality. However, the first floor is far more complex than the bedroom upstairs, so the flooring can't be handled the same way. The living room keeps the wooden style, while the entryway, kitchen, and fireplace area are finished with durable tiles, easy to clean, fire-resistant, and giving the home a clearly defined, upscale feel. Because the house sits much higher than the ground, getting in and out was never convenient. So the couple decided to add a front deck where they could relax, sip tea, and enjoy the sun. The process was similar to foundation work, pouring a concrete base reinforced with steel, then assembling a wooden frame. With their building experience, it took just 2 days to finish the beams, and once the edges were trimmed, they were ready to seal it with composite boards. As the deck was fully covered, Monk continued to show off his carpentry skills, quickly building a small staircase so their dog could freely go in and out of the house. With the deck finished, the couple finally had time to handle other tasks on the homestead. The chicks they bought earlier had mostly started working, but for those that only ate without contributing, Monk didn't mind sending them off early. After a rather comfortable final massage, they would become an important food supply for the coming winter. With the number of free farm workers reduced, the couple decided to ease the remaining flock stress by building them a more luxurious employee dormitory. This was originally a simple storage shed built when they first arrived, but after long exposure to wind and sun, many parts had seriously deteriorated. Monk planned to expand it and turn it into a proper barn for raising poultry. As usual, he started by pouring the concrete foundation. This time the work was noticeably rougher. After all, it wasn't for people, and as long as it was sturdy enough, perfection wasn't necessary. While waiting for the concrete to dry, Monk used a cutting machine to prepare more lumber for the next steps. He then inserted wooden posts onto threaded steel rods in the foundation to secure the main support of the barn. Wooden beams were added to connect a new structure to the old shed. Since it was an expansion, the roof height had to stay level, and extra bracing was added at every corner to improve stability. With the main frame complete, they moved on to installing the roof purlins, a task they were now very familiar with. To improve durability, Monk designed the roof higher in the middle and lower on both sides, allowing rainwater to drain smoothly. A grid was then fixed across the roof to prepare for the roofing panels. Once again, durable color steel sheets were chosen. White not only stays timeless, but also reflects heat, helping keep the interior cooler. To improve lighting, transparent polycarbonate panels were installed in the center. After the roof was finished, they began building the walls and installing windows, making sure each wall had ventilation, so the animals could always breathe fresh air. Thanks to over a year of hands-on experience, Monk's wife had grown significantly and could now handle nearly half the workload. Working together, they completed most of the project in just 1 week. Of course, a single layer of wall panels was enough. Interior wooden lining was still needed to balance warmth and comfort. Once the interior walls were finished, the couple built wooden fences to separate the chickens and sheep, avoiding any unwanted clashes. Thoughtful as always, Monk even designed proper feeding areas for them. With the final door installed, the barn was officially complete. Monk lives in British Columbia, Canada, a region with a temperate oceanic climate, heavy rainfall, and humid air year-round. To protect their new home from moisture, the couple finally began working on exposed exterior walls. First, they framed the outer layer with wooden battens to secure the panels. The polyethylene boards are durable and moisture-resistant, and their deep brown tone gives the house a true villa-like feel. In the blink of an eye, autumn gave way to winter, and the land was once again covered in snow. Their barn stood strong to the cold, filled with enough hay to keep the animals warm. Meanwhile, the new home was nearing completion. From having nothing to start to owning a luxurious 2-story house. Only the two of them truly understood the hardship behind it all, but every effort paid off. After 2 full years, they were finally ready to begin a new life.